This is how to pipette like a pro. We are going to cover the most important tips and tricks to get you up to speed in no time. Your teacher? Well, it's me, your Ergo 1 Pipette, the only one that's really qualified to be giving you advice on this subject. And today, I'm going to show you how to find me the perfect match when it comes to tips. Let's get started. Are you dispensing a sample of 20 microliters and it looks like this? The sample looks practically lost in the tip. This decreases accuracy, and your results might suffer. This is how to ensure the most accurate results when pipetting. This is how the pros do it. For the most accurate results, always try to use a pipette that has a maximum volume closest to the volume of the sample you're pipetting. When it comes to finding me my perfect match, aim for a tip that allows you to dispense your sample with as little dead air space as possible inside the pipette tip. So most importantly, remember to play Cupid and find me the perfect match. It's that easy. We're one step closer to becoming the dream team. If you were sitting at your workspace and you find yourself stretching to reach what you need, or straining to see what you were doing, you won't be producing the best results. Let's take a look at how the pros do it. It's important to be comfortable when pipetting, so you can concentrate on the job in hand. Make sure you are sitting at the bench comfortably, keeping your elbows as close to your body as possible. Try to keep your hand not much higher than your shoulder. This way, we can reduce strain in your shoulder and neck when pipetting together. You also need to look after your thumb. You use it twice for every pipetting cycle. To do so, choose a pipette with minimal pipetting forces. The lighter the spring in your pipette, the less force or resistance is needed to use the pipette. This will keep your thumb happy. So remember, get comfortable. Okay, maybe not that comfortable. There we go. Get your workspace set up to suit you. Make sure your bench is comfortable to stand or sit at, and your workspace is organized. Don't let pipetting be a pain, and get into the comfort zone. I have feelings too. If you have to use force to get a tip onto your pipette, something might be wrong. If you have to use pressure to fit a tip, the tip cone of your pipette may be damaged and need repair. Let's take a look at how the pros do it. First things first, make sure you are using high quality tips and a well-maintained pipette, like a real pro. Poorly fitting tips will not provide accurate results. Next, make sure to treat me right. A gentle push into the pipette tip is enough to get things fitting securely. So, if you need to use force to get things to work, something might be wrong. Gently does the trick. Are your pipette tips dry as the desert before you start pipetting? Not good. Using a dry pipette tip to dispense your sample may be skewing the accuracy and precision of your results. Let's take a look at how the pros do it. Pre-wetting 3 to 5 times saturates the dead air inside the tip and tip cone to reduce evaporation of your sample. Slowly release the plunger, then press the plunger down to the first stop again, and aspirate once more. Repeat this a few times. Remember to pre-wet your tips to ensure accurate and repeatable results. Wet that tip before dispensing your sample. Is it polite to blow bubbles in your drink when you're at the restaurant? It's not that much different in the lab. If you see bubbles forming in your tip like this, it might be time for us to have a chat about knowing how far you should go. Let's take a look at how the pros do it. There are two simple actions which influence accurate sample uptake when pipetting: the angle you are holding me at, and the depth the tip is immersed into the sample, so make sure to hold me vertically, otherwise too much liquid can be aspirated. The tip should be immersed enough to ensure you do not draw air into the tip, and allow the tip to fill fully before removing it from the sample. So remember, for accurate results, keep your pipette upright and know how far to go. Did you know the air volume in the pipette's tip cone can contract or expand depending on the temperature of the sample? If your sample is much colder than the tip, this can result in higher aspirated volumes. If your sample is much hotter than the tip, this can result in lower aspirated volumes. For the best results when pipetting, hold the pipette lightly in your hand and don't touch the tip cone. Even the warmth of your hands can increase the temperature of the air volume in the pipette, so not too hot and not too cold. Maintain a stable temperature. The closer the temperature of the pipette, the tip, and the sample are to each other, the better the accuracy. For samples that are either viscous, foamy, or volatile, I recommend using me in reverse mode. Did you know there's a difference of up to 3% error associated with using a pipette in a different mode to which it has been calibrated? So if you regularly pipette in reverse mode, make sure you have a pipette that is being calibrated in reverse mode in the lab. So how do you reverse pipette? Follow along, it's easy. Hold the pipette tip vertically and depress the plunger to the second stop. Immerse the tip into the sample and allow the plunger to move slowly back to the start or rest position. Wait 1 second and remove the tip from the sample. The pipette over-aspirates the volume selected. Place the pipette tip at a 20 to 45 degree angle against the wall of the vessel and depress the plunger to the first position. The pipette tip dispenses the correct volume selected, while some of the sample is left in the tip. Allow the plunger to slowly return to the rest position. The tip can now be ejected. See, that wasn't that difficult. Just remember, for working with viscous, foamy, or volatile samples, work it and reverse it.